Hello, this time I'm doing some Portuguese predictions. So it's 18 clubs under Portugal's top flight, the Premier League. Sounds like the Premier League, but this is that type of version for Portugal. So what I'll do is I'll start from the bottom, work my way up, and give you my predictions of where I think the clubs will finish. And I'm also doing match day by match day predictions for Portugal, just like the other leagues that I'm currently doing. So if you don't know, I also do the Bundesliga, Serie A, Scottish Premiership, Liga 1, Eredivisie, Dutch League, the Championship, League 1, League 2 and National League games as well too, still to come out in England, as well as La Liga and a few other things, so lots of videos to enjoy. But anywho, for Portugal, in 18th place for the season, I'm going to go for Portimonense. Now, Portimonense, they were pretty lucky to survive last season, finishing in 17th and only managing to stay up because of Vitoria having some licensing documentation failure, so they got an reprieve, otherwise they would have actually gone down there. Before that, they managed to come 12th and 10th place in the top flights, and before that, they were in the second division. So they sound like Porto, but they're not as good as what Porto are, quite the opposite of that. And they have got in charge of the club at the moment Paulio Sergio since February this year. He's managed the likes of Santaclara and Hansi, and their top signing, Fabrico, centre forward for 2.5 million, spent 7 million in total. But they are going down to the second division this season. At 17th place, they're going to go for Belenenses. They came 15th last season, before that 9th, 12th and 14th. In charge of their club, they got Petit since January of this year. He's managed Boavista for 3 seasons and Tondela for 2 seasons. They have signed Miguel Cardio for 700,000 and spent just 3.3 million in the transfer window. And 16th, they're going to go for Farense. Farense, newly promoted club, so congratulations to them. Farense, they got Sergio Vitoria since the 22nd of May last year in charge of their club. He's managed the likes of Athletic Parnes and Way and Mikoko, Sir Bernard's, Mullins, so a few different clubs in the midst. For Farense, they got Nikolao Stojinkovic, a centre forward, for 800,000 spent and 5.58 spent in total. In 15th place, they're going to go for Nacional. Nacional, they were in the second division last side, it's newly appointed club, and so they came 17th to go straight back down, 18th, go straight back down, 11th, so a bit of a yo-yo team between the first and second divisions. This time, they are going to stay up. They have Luis Fouet in charge of their club since May of last year. Has managed the likes of Ursunzes and Pero Pinheiro. Nacional, they got Vincent Cosarel and their top signing, centre midfielder, for 1.2 million, spent 4.5 million in total. And 14th place, they're going to go for Gilvincente. 10th place last season, and before that they had a big long gap of not being in the top flights. 2011-2012 season to the 2014-2015 season, they were in the first division last time around. So Gilvincente, they have Roy Midi in charge since of May last year. Has managed some big clubs though, Sporting Braga and Panathinaikos. Their top signing so far, Joel Talo, a left back for 550k, 5.33 million in total. In 13th place, they're going to go for Tondela. Tondela 14th, 15th, 11th, 16th, 16th past 5 seasons, so they have done a good job to just stay alive in this division. So going to have a little bit of upwards trajectory this time around. They've got Pacos Strawin in charge since of August this year, so a new manager trying to do the business. Has managed the likes of Valencia, Osasuna, and also Liverpool. Okay. Top signing being now for Kachev, a left back for 350,000, 2.23 million in total. And 12th place they're going to go for Pacos de Ferreira. They finished 13th last season, and then before that they were in the second division, and then 17th and 13th the couple of seasons before that. They've got Pepper San Johnson, just Pepper in charge of their clubs, managed San Johnson, Farense, Morreriense and Tondela. They signed Luther Singh, a right winger, for 2.5 million, 8.5 million spent in total. In 11th place, a familiar name, are going to go for Famalicao. Famalicao, they had a really fantastic season last time around. They had no idea how they managed to do it. They managed to finish all the way up in 6th place. And before that, they were in the second division for quite a few seasons. So, really impressive. So I think they're going to suffer a second season syndrome this time around. In charge of their club, they have Sergio Ferreira since May last year. Has managed the likes of America Marino and Saint Bernard. Their top signing being Bruno Giorgio, a centre midfielder for 2.3 million, spending 7 million in total. And 10th place are going to go for Santaclara. Good old Santa, the Christmas festive club here. They managed to finish 9th and 10th past couple of seasons. So, pretty consistent. Hopefully they can keep that going there. They've got Daniel Ramos in charge since July this year. It's managed Rio Ave, Trofans, Vitoria, Morreriense clubs. They got Patrick, their top signing, good old, it's like a SpongeBob Christmas theme here, Santaclara and Patrick coming in, a right back for 725,000, 4 million spent in total. And 9th place are going to go for Martimo. Good old Martimo, they managed to finish 11th in the past 2 seasons, before that 7th, 6th and 13th. They have got Lito Vitigar in charge since of this year. He's managed Angola, I should say, national side for a season. Maccabi Tel Aviv also in the mix. Top signing Wafik Gutan, an attacking midfielder for 2.7 million, spending 7.5 million in total. In 8th place, they're going to go for Boavista. They finished 12th last season, before that 8th, 9th and 14th. They've got Vasco Sibwa as their manager since July this year. He's managed Famalicao and Pacos de Ferreira for 4 seasons, under 19 assistant manager and senior management positions. So Boavista, their top signing for this season is Shidsozi Awazim, a centre back for 6 million, spending 18 million in total. In 7th place, they're going to go for Morreriense. They finished 8th last season, before that 6th, and 15th, 15th, 12th for the past 5 seasons. They have currently got in charge of their club Ricardo Soares since last year. He's managed Birds and Kias somehow, so pretty strange clubs. And I don't know, all these other clubs just look pretty foreign to me. And their top signing that they've made so far is Mathios Pasanito, a goalkeeper for 550,000, 2.9 million spent in total. In 6th place, I'm going to go for Rio Ave. Sounds like a Brazilian club that's playing out in Portugal. They came 5th last season, before that 7th, 5th, 7th and 6th. So that is pretty consistent up there, but just not quite pushing on to try and actually win this thing someday. Now Rio Ave, they got Mario Silva in charge since August this year. He's managed the Boavista under 19 team, Porto under 17 team, assistant under 19 management. So youth level management. So he's got an uphill job to manage a senior club this time around. They've got Adrian Santos, a centre back for 2 million, spending 9.3 million in total. And 5th place, I'm going to go for Vitoria. They finished 7th place last season, before that 5th, 9th and 4th. They have currently got in charge of their club is Trago Mendes since July this year. Doesn't have any history on him management wise, so this could be a tough season for Vitoria, but I got them finishing in 5th still there. Gideon Mensah, a left back for 2.7 million, top signing, 19 million spent in total. And 4th place, I'm going to go for Braga. Braga, they finished 3rd last season, before that 4th, 4th, 5th and 4th, so they are a pretty decent quality team in Portugal. They've got Carlos Carvalho in charge since July this year. He's managed Swansea, Sheffield Wednesday and also Rio Ave. They've got Abio Royce coming in, a centre forward for 4.5 million, spent 27 million in total. In 3rd place, going to go for Sporting. Sporting, they finished 4th last season, before that 3 thirds in a row and a 2nd place also in the midst. They got Ruben Awamin in charge since March this year. He's managed the Braga B and senior team before. They've got Mathios Pereira, a right wing player, coming in for 9.5 million, spent 50 million so far in the transfer window. And 2nd place, they're going to go for Porto. So Porto, last season they managed to win the Portuguese league there, so I think they're going to manage to do it again. Before that, 2nd, 1st, 2nd, 3rd. So it's alternating between 1st and 2nd, but this time they're actually going to not retain the title, I should say, because they're going to finish in 2nd place. Apologies about that, Porto fans. Yeah, I think you're not quite going to have enough this season. Interestingly, you got the longest staying manager, been here since June 2017, Sergio Consucayo. He's managed the likes of Vitoria, Nantes, Braga, Academia. Everyone else has only been here for as long as 1 season. So Porto, their top signing, Medai Tremi, centre forward for 10 million, spent 37 million in total. But the biggest business so far in the campaign for this season, Benefica are looking to retain their title, alternating between themselves and Porto out in Portugal. So it should be quite a close, fun, entertaining season between those two powerhouse juggernaut teams. So second place last season for them. Before that, first, second, first, and first. Benfica, they got Jorge Jesus in charge of their club since August this year. He's managed Benfica for 6 years, Sporting for 3 years. So big powerhouse teams to get behind him there. So it's all looking up for Benfica, and also with signing Everton, a left wing player for 28 million, spending 110 million in the transfer window there. So yeah, I think Benfica will get the business done this time around. So those are my predictions on Portugal there. Feel free to put your thoughts, predictions down below there. And just as notes, yeah, you got the big 3 power horses in Portugal. All-time history, it's basically always been either Benfica, Porto and Sporting. Benfica with 37 titles, Porto with 29 titles, and Sporting with 18 titles. Last time Sporting managed to win was back in the 2002 season. And there's only been a couple, like 2 teams that has ever managed to win it besides those 3. With having Boavista managed to win the 2000-2001 season, and before that it was back in 1946. So it's always going to be those 3 teams, and at the moment it's going to be either Benfica or Porto, as Sporting have really fell away on the side there. So get your thoughts, predictions down below. Are we going to see any big shots this season in Portugal? I'll be doing match day by match day predictions, so make sure you come back and put them down below for that. But if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, comment below anything else you want to share. Cheers.